Great immersion, love immersion series. Maybe with the 40 minutes we have left, what is the future for immersion?
In the next 40 minutes, we probably won't make another video in the next 40 minutes, sir.
Okay.
It takes a hell of a long time to make them.
Well, the deal with that is you know, it was a very fun series and something that we wanted to do. And they're very complex, and they're probably our highest budget shorts, I would say.
Yeah, they
Like
take a
15
while.
bucks.
They do take a while to build everything, and then it's hard to find. It's actually difficult to find ideas that will really work. So.
Yeah, the problem is there are only so many good ideas in video games.
It was nice coming to PAX.
No, but it's hard to find ideas that translate into the real world that are like practical and that you can try to replicate.
Yeah.
That don't just feel like derivative of other ideas you've already done for immersion.
Yeah, it is true. We had one that was very, very complex, and I would like to tell you about it, but then it would kind of ruin it if we actually make it. Like, I don't know if we've talked about this one so much in the office and trying to find a way to work it into video games. Like, we tried to come up with a Pac-Man angle, I think, for the fruit, but it didn't work out. But I was afraid that we had already talked about it once before and ruined it. So we hope to make more in the future. It's just, can we come up with the right ideas? We just don't want to make them to make them. If that makes sense. But I'm glad you liked it. Got a map pack.
Geoff, how did you pass this down without signing it?
Oh, I'm not signing it. It's a blue team.
Sign it.
I'm a man with integrity.
All right, do we want to get this side over here?
Hi. Yesterday I was talking to Gus and Geoff about the fact you've probably got a UK appearance. I just wanted to...
Yeah, Islay.
Islay.
Yes, Islay, thank you. Right. As there's probably a lot more British people in here who might not know, do you guys want to talk about where you might be in October?
Well, I think I speak for the whole company when I say, what?
That's okay. I'll translate that into English. He was wondering if we're going to be doing, we had mentioned we might be doing an event in October in England, and that's correct. Gus has not announced it officially because we haven't signed the final paperwork.
The final paperwork is done, but I've been here at PAX, so I haven't been able to link it.
Oh.
But we'll be doing an event, MCM Expo in London in October. I don't remember the date.
Okay, you know MCM Expo has a habit of just being full of comic writers who are very, very drunk for like 4 days.
I can't translate that.
What did he say, Geoff?
He said, thanks for all the hard work. Keep up. We love you.
Like, what's funny is I can understand him when he's at the booth. It's something about the microphone.
No, MCM is full of very drunk comic book writers for about 4 days. It's a really good con, but it is very, very, very alcohol.
Do we have a microphone from the UK?
No, I got it. He said, thanks for all the hard work. I really love you guys. We support you. Keep it up.
I think he spoiled the ending to Train Spotting. That's what I think of it.
No. He said the event is full of drunk, angry British comic writers.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah,
but it's fun.
And they ate the sun. I don't know what that means.
But it's
that's probably
fun.
like that's like Bob's your uncle, right?
Rubber
Bob's your
baby
uncle, they ate
buggy
the sun.
bumpers?
You, sir, should have a Defiant map pack code. You should come get one.
The Xbox thing.
Oh, no. Take an Xbox. Red team or blue team? Oh, this is an important question. Thank you.
Red team every time, keep the Xbox.
I'm going to throw it.
Yeah, no, here, I'll do it.
Yeah!
That's going to cost you $50 to check on the plane ride back to Scotland.
Yeah.
It retails for $39.95.
You know it's a video game convention when a whole crowd cheers for a 4-foot pass. That almost brought the house down.
All right, first off, love you guys, love everything you do. I was just wondering how you came up with like immersion. Was it just to see how much you could screw around at work for the sake of science or something like that?
Screw for the sake of science. Well, it was Bernie's idea. I think it was your idea.
Always
It's like anything else. It just starts with something that you want to do, like one simple. Well, I think the first one we want to do was the car, and so that's the one we did as a test piece first. But then we already had the idea for, I think the food one, where we, why does food always cure all ills in a video game?
That was the worst one. I hated that one.
In
pretty
a sense, I guess it kind of came about in the same way that Red vs. Blue came about, and that we were all, like for Red vs. Blue, we were all hanging out in Bernie's house playing Halo. And
Hold on, Jack's checking his Twitter.
I'm sorry,
everything
Jack.
okay,
No.
Jack?
Would you okay?
I'm answering questions on Twitter for people who don't make it up. To
Really? You're not answering anything.
I'm just answering questions.
Here's a question. Will you have a job in 45 minutes?
You want me to interrupt you? You can keep talking. I'll just interrupt you and cut in if you want.
Okay, that
or I
sounds
can answer
great.
questions for people who are sitting here.
Why are you only answering the girls' questions? That can't be coincidence.
No reason.
9.5. What does that even mean? But it kind of came. It kind of came out in the same sense of Red vs. Blue, where we were literally having a conversation one night at Burnie's house. We were like, why the do they call it a warthog? It doesn't look anything like a warthog. It's just a car. And so we kind of came up with a story. We were joking around about it, and Red vs. Blue kind of came naturally out of that. It was also kind of like playing Grand Theft Auto and going, who the could drive like this? This is retarded. Yeah. Or why would a giant ham make you feel better after you got stabbed in the kidney?
Yeah. I think we started thinking about that back with Final Fight, where you have the big brawling dude going in the street, and he eats like an enormous rack of lamb or something like that. I can't imagine being in a street brawl and saying, stop, we need a meat break.
Time out. Brisket.
Well, and after that first one, it was so much fun, I think, that we had all had together, and just being outside, riding around, and I think that was kind of the push to keep going.
It was the first time we'd ever been outside.
Yeah, being outside, there were a lot of terrible things about it, like being outside. A friend of mine questioned the authenticity of the food episode of Immersion, saying it seemed like they got into my house too easily. I had to explain, they fucking coordinated with my wife to sneak into my house at like 4 in the morning.
Yeah,
Awful.
even to get you to get out of the house at night.
You tried to get me to go out, and then you didn't tell me where you were going. There was like a whole mix-up. It was a whole awful thing. Lots of last-minute scrambling.
We were prepared to offer a lot of different things to entice her to let us in your house. She went for it instantly. We said, we're going to do a thing that hurts Gus. She goes, I'm in. What do we do? I still have a key to your house, I think.
Yeah, I need to drop that life insurance policy.
First off, really big fan of everything that you've done. My question is sort of 2 parts. Does Red vs. Blue fit into the Halo timeline anywhere? And if it does Reach's customizable capabilities gonna see more like a real battle with the Covenant? You know?
Well, with the Covenant?
Yeah,
I'd like
a real battle scenario. Because I know in the first episode there is.
I'd like to answer that with a question. Does Halo fit in the Red vs. Blue timeline?
Here is exactly, and I've given this a lot of thought, this is where Red vs. Blue fits into the Halo timeline. You know that moment when you take your controller and you're playing multiplayer and you throw it at the wall? The time it takes from the controller to leave your hand and smash into 1,000 pieces, that's the Red vs. Blue timeline. It's like, your controller's moving so fast that everything else slows down and Red vs. Blue fits all in there. But no, we don't try to tie in any way to official events, because our whole thing with RVB, we always thought that if you wanted to see cool Halo stuff, you would play Halo and do cool Halo stuff. And so we just try to have fun, with the multiplayer universe and just all the fun stuff that we like out of Halo that it turns out a lot of other people like about Halo as well. And you, sir, you all are going to be mad at him, but that's a good segue to show, I think, our next video.
You want to give him a map pack
Let's
code first?
And also take a map pack code.
Let's everybody who's in line for a question, come on up. And we will watch you, so don't stand up.
You 3, come here.
Okay. Hey, Gus, why don't you man this again? Actually, can you go to Geoff, guys? Okay. So, we've gotten a lot of questions since the end of Season 8. Also...
Careful, Geoff.
Geoff,
come back. Come back. Bad idea.
Yeah.
He's so popular.
Well, we'll have a lot more. We'll have a lot more to give away too. We have a stack of them. Last year at PAX East, also what we debuted, it was the first thing for us, was when we first debuted the work that we were doing with Monty Oum here for Revelation.
What's up?
See, Geoff, I told you that's what he sounded like.
Yeah.
And so we had a blast, an absolute blast, making Season 8 of Red vs. Blue. We were able to do things we'd never done before, and we were very excited about it. And I think the main question that we've gotten since the end of Season 8 was, are you guys going to be making any more Red vs. Blue? In fact, Gus, if you want to
pop the website open.
Yeah, you should pull the marketing website we made. Are you making more redversusblue.com?
Let me see if my internet's still working.
Yes. Which is a common question that we got, so we made a marketing website to make sure.
What is it?
Are you making more redversusblue.com?
Really?
How did you not know that, Gus?
Wow.
Can we pull up the...
And so we always told people we're going to have more information about season 9 of Red vs. Blue at PAX East. And so we're happy to tell you all that on April 1st, which is the anniversary of our company, we are going to be putting online the trailer for Red vs. Blue season 9. But because we had so much fun showing the early episodes of season 8 at PAX East last year, we thought you all would want to take an early look at the trailer. What do you think? All right. Are you ready to put it up?
Yeah, I'm ready to put it up.
Okay, well, I just want to say that this is a mostly done version. There's still some final audio mix and maybe a couple of visual effects shots that need to be fixed, but I'm sure you don't mind taking an early look at maybe a little rougher version. I hope you enjoy it.
Look at that.
Stand up. Stand up.